Folks, we are live, and you can see our puppy walking around back there. There you go.
Oh, good. Her wee wee pad is
Her
all
her
correct.
wee wee pad is ready to be weed.
Yes.
I am Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. With me, as every Saturday, my lovely wife Rachel.
How you doing, everybody?
You can call her Rach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull the chat up because I remembered I hadn't brought it up just yet. Oh, doggy, stop licking my feet! Gosh darn it! No, no, no! You can't lick my feet. I'm sorry. I'd rather have my face licked than my feet licked.
No.
I'm just saying. Fugly and Shellback, welcome. Come on, enough, 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 young
Could
lady.
you turn that light a little?
Is it getting in your eyes?
Yeah.
I'm
Thank you.
sorry. Cybersloth, welcome. So, I listen. Don't get all spoiled. We actually prepared for this episode. I know, I know. Something does not compute. We understand. We understand. Trust me. For the New Year's Eve episode, we are not going to prep. All right. I am going. The only prepping I'm going to be doing for the New Year's Eve episode is lots of caffeine because I'm going to have a
Yeah,
live.
we'll definitely need that.
I will have a live stream earlier in the evening because it's Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. So I will have Talking Crit with multiple guests, and then we're going to have the Gamers Health for the turnaround.
So we'll have plenty of iced tea on
Cyberslot,
standby.
how do you deal with mass combat or multiple opponents with it dragging down combat? Listen, if you're talking mass combat as in battle system, I no longer even get close to it. And if it's those kind of numbers, you start hand waving the stuff that doesn't involve the PCs directly because it really does slog it down, and it would affect my mental health. It's not my emotional health.
Mhm.
So no, I ain't doing it. And so we have at least six people in the chat right
Nice.
now, which is beautiful. A few quick updates. We passed 7,500 subs.
Woot.
We're almost gonna hit like close to hitting 7,600.
Nice.
Think we're gonna hit 8,000 before the end of the year or before Christmas or something
Congratulations.
cool like that. And that's because of you all, the viewers, the subscribers, the members. Really, this is your channel. Um, your comments, I read them all. I try to respond to the vast majority. I'm sometimes reading from my phone. Don't get. I thought she was throwing up, but no, she's chewing on my chair. It's all good. It's all good. I was like, that sound doesn't sound right. But let me know what topics you want me covering. You can leave it in the comments. I'll put up a post asking about such on the homepage for this channel because I really want to make sure that I'm giving content that the viewers want. Cybersloth, I need to run 12 opponents against my PCs in an hour. Oh, geez. I'm thinking of running the groups as a single monster, so to speak. Well, with the low level, it see, there's a swing on that where if they are what they would call minions in 4E, you can really hand wave it. But if we're talking, I don't know what system you're using, but if it's an OSR system, even 12 opponents is going to play out pretty quickly. I mean, it's when you deal with 5E or 3E or Pathfinder that it craps you out. And yes, we never played it by we tried playing it by the book, Winnie, and yeah, no, no, it that suffered pretty quickly because we weren't using a 1E. You use it all by the book, or you start cutting stuff out like Osric does. Osric is pretty much how 1E was actually run. Yeah, BX should be fine. We have 12 opponents. It's going to be a long combat, probably about like 25, 30 minutes, which is not that long, particularly like at other systems. But let me see. This week the puppy had her spa
Her
day.
grooming session.
Her
Yeah.
spa day.
Her grooming. Oh.
Groom it all because she has to look beautiful for her
For
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
And then did we have any doctor's appointments this week? I don't think so.
This week, no.
Pretty good, actually. My father had one.
Oh, yes.
My father had a doctor's appointment, and by the way, and that's just something you're going to find as you get older. So if it's any younger viewers, you can probably disregard some of this, but as you get older, you're going to find that you're going to more doctor's appointments, your spouse is going to more doctor's appointments, and your parents
Mhm.
are going to doctor's appointments, and you're going to be responsible.
Right,
for
and they
all
need
the above.
assistance to keep track.
Keep track, get there. So it becomes retirement isn't all I don't know, sitting on your computer playing
Yeah,
EverQuest.
chillaxing and
Or, here I'm gonna
playing the handpan.
Yeah. the $1,600 handpan. But I digress. When I retired back in 2016. I said within the first month, I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah, you were gonna play Dead
Redemption. I played it for
Oh,
like one day, and that was it. And then I was like, oh no, I am going to the extended cuts of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I was gonna have a marathon day, and I was gonna watch them all in like one sitting with Joe the Lawyer Marathon breaks. But I mean, I was gonna watch it all in one day. I haven't watched one of those movies in the 9 years I've been retired because you have plans, but those plans don't actually work with retirement. Yes, Theater of the Mind is the way to go for those combats. Just and by the way, my gaming group was to bust my balls because we use Roll20 and I use Roll20. I don't even use tokens when I'm running on Roll20. I just say point on the map and show me where you're at, tell me what's going on. Yes. Oh me now. Oh me now. Oh me now. Oh my God. I should have had a V8. Yes, older parents are going to be wiped out. Just going to simple appointments.
Yeah.
You know, my parents are in their 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're sharp as a tack, but they're in their 80s, and you got to get involved in the process. So, and we're in our 50s, and listen, you get to it's like you get to the higher levels of D&D, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, I don't really want to have to deal with like having the responsibilities of property and worrying about all this other sort of like housekeeping and crap. Well, yeah, well, guess what? You get older, and that comes with the territory. You just inherit it all.
Mm-hmm.
Tina, welcome.
Hello.
She's now Wizard's wife.
Nice. I like that.
Let's see. Shellback. I had trouble seeing Red Dead Redemption. Couldn't find the bad guys to shoot. Yeah, it was I guess a bit of a sandbox, and everybody spoke so highly of it.
Well, it was strange because you'd go around this loop.
Yeah, I
And
honestly,
I was like, well, how do you know which way to go?
I haven't played video games. I have an Xbox One and a PS4, 4. I haven't played anything on either one in years. I probably got to update them just to watch the DVD.
Oh yeah.
So you know.
What are you doing?
And honestly, most of our video watching is YouTube. We watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, and we are subscribers to YouTube Prime or whatever they call it, YouTube Premium. What the heck are you doing, Rich?
I was trying to coax her out of there with a fishy.
Yeah, ain't gonna happen. She'll come out when she's darn good and ready. because I could probably cancel most of our streaming services except for Amazon Prime, which we use with Amazon, because we just don't really watch much of them. That's not saying it's a bad thing. It's just an observation. Um, Going back to the comments, long shot, welcome. Uh, I heard chainmail work for Mass Combat and AD&D, but never used it because I couldn't find it as a kid. I found it as an adult, and yeah, no. I want more. Honestly, I want something very abstract. If I'm going to run Mass Combat and D&D, I don't need to get bogged down with the tokens. Mass Combat is theater going on as your PCs are doing the real heroic work. Shellback, I was just too zoomed with that third person view. Oh yeah, and Dead Red. So objects are closer than they appear.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was weird, and it's been almost a decade. Holy cow.
Mm.
Now I had to get my son to watch Dune and Lord of the Rings just so we could play the board games, and he would get the references. Yeah, actually, the first, I never read the Dune books. I know I'm going to sound like a heretic. Well, my friends read the Dune. I tried it, and I went, never got into it. But the movie that was on HBO, I think it was pretty good. I didn't mind it. Psychic Sloth, I've stolen the chainmail concept and boiled it down the combat tables to weapon types and converted the 2d6 rolls to the closest d20 odds. That works wonderfully. It's a hack. And that's now I didn't read Dune until I turned 50 2 years ago. Well, first off, congratulations on making it to the ripe old age of 52. I'm not going to say that's when my wheels started coming off, but you get like your car gets older, you got to bring it in for maintenance. We learned you got to get right to you got to keep that maintenance going, because it's important. But like I said, this is one of those rare occasions where we didn't have doctor's appointments of our own, and we are clear of doctor's appointments until December. Like mid-December, and then we pick up a few. But I actually listen when I 5 years ago when we started picking up doctor's appointments, when they started accumulating, you had like more than one doctor you had to keep track of. I realized, wow, if I don't start writing this stuff down.
Yeah, I had endocrine and primary care before you.
Yeah,
and gynecology. Well, you don't have gynecology.
I don't have the gynecology, mate.
But yeah, I caught up to you with the cancer doctors.
Yes. For a while, I had 2 cardiologists, an endocrinologist, a podiatrist. I had a orthopedist. I have a nephrologist now. I mean, but I'm healthier than I probably was when I retired.
Ever been in a long time.
Now I need to exercise more, and the sad thing is I am in better shape than a lot of people 10 years younger than myself.
You say that, and it was so funny because I was in a training today, and for like handpan and yoga, and we had like an arc, like the teacher's sitting in the front of the room, and then like there's an arc, like people like handpans and like seat, like pillows set up on the floor for you.
Handpans. They might not know what it is, so give them a little.
A handpan is a hang drum. It's a newer instrument, and it's basically looks like a spaceship. It's like a drum that's built. It's like a steel drum almost. It's built. Mine are built out of stainless steel. Some of them are built from nitrided steel. And they each have different, properties and positives and negatives. And, they use it a lot in healing spaces. usually too, like it's been very popular in Europe for a while. Um and you'll see like people busking, like playing in public, to make money. That's not my goal, but
Not to shake you down for the money.
no.
Fugu's
It's
like,
more for the healing properties of it.
yeah, Fugu is a pan drum for your hands, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fig-
basically it looks like a spaceship. It's pretty cool.
Like a
looking.
UFO spaceship.
Yeah.
Not like not like the
Enterprise.
or space shuttle or rocket
Yeah.
ship. Yeah, it's got that.
Yeah, a UFO. Some people call it UFO drum.
Okay, UFO drum. Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, and so we were situated like that. Now I'm 54, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to be right in the front. So like a lot of the other older people were like going towards the chairs, and then I was surprised to see that some of the younger people, like, I can't, like, after lunch they're like, oh, I can't be on the floor. Can I sit in a chair now?
Can I please have a chair?
And I was just like, I was so happy in my little spot right close to where we were writing the notations for, what notes we were going to play and how we were going to compose our little songs. And I'm like, as long as I can see and I have a comfortable pillow, I can sit crisscross applesauce with my handbag.
I would be one of the people going, can I have a seat, please?
But I was surprised that there were some young people going, oh, I can't be on the floor anymore.
Omanal, being active socially, intellectually, and physically is very important. Yeah, they all go together. And your physical health will impact your mental health, not just mentally, but your brain power as you get older. You got to stay active for all parts of your body to keep up the schnuff, I guess. Fugu says that they are normally tuned to a specific key.
Yes.
Either diatonic or pentatonically.
Yeah.
Fugu, you scare me sometimes. I used to think I was a font of useless knowledge, but your knowledge goes way beyond any of the useless. I mean that in a good way.
Okay.
All right, because my friends do call. It's like, how the hell you know all this stuff? But there's stuff that is not in my wheelhouse, and that is definitely in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, the one that I got today is a Celtic pan. It's a Celtic D minor scale. So and then I have another one that's a D curd scale. So it's kind of cool that they're two different ones.
So when Rach does things like this, and I go, my hobby of gaming, I think, I'm good. I showed you, I just I earned myself a free pass for the next box that shows up for games that I. Rach would go from rolling her eyes to going, "There's 2 shop pass.
Welcome in.
welcome to the Tenka home, because this is where all games reside." But it's getting a little bit colder, right? Yeah. I mean, we had to get a coat for the doggie.
Yes. Oh my God, it's so cute.
She hasn't worn it now. I think
it hasn't been cold enough yet because we've had like 50s.
Yeah, and then we also got her booties, and I'm gonna make.
You're gonna make a prediction that she'll flick them off, and
I'm gonna make a prediction that she's gonna refuse to wear them.
She might, but we'll just start with the way that the instructions say. With Donko, we just like stuck the booties on and said, "Okay, let's go for a walk." And then, then we laughed at her when she was like trying to find her footing.
By the way, the instructions.
Please do not laugh at your dog.
The instructions actually say, "Please do not laugh at your dog. Your dog knows you're laughing." So I mean,
so we have to basically like do it. Like any other behavior that you want to reinforce, we have to like work with the front 2 paws first, and just put the boots on and put the boots off, and treat them while they have the boots on, and treat them for letting us take it off, and then just do that for the first like few days. Then, the next couple of days, do all 4. And then hopefully day 5 or 6 you can see leave the boots on and see if they'll walk. See how they walk. And then hold your laughter.
Hold your laughter right there. Keep it in for that belly laugh.
Yes.
Fugly, Celtic DM is a hexatonic scale.
He's got all the music theory.
Yes.
We got the quick start. Like we got all the the tricks and basics of how you make tunes on them, or how you make grooves, or
you just don't
yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't just come. Yeah.
No, you just can't like wail on it like a kid. Can't play air drums on it.
I mean, you can try. Some people. We had one guy who was really good at the percussive part of it.
All
So
right,
he
hold on.
like.
Don't move. There's like a leaf in your hair.
Oh, I thought I felt something.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
This is what you get when you get live streams. You just
leaves.
I keep on seeing this at the corner of my eye. I'm like,
that must have been in there from my walk home.
I'm like, this is getting very annoying. I'm gonna have to do something about it.
Sorry. Thank you.
Well, that's part of being a husband, or a partner.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
that's just supporting one another.
Well, see, now here's the thing. So Rach had this training in Lower Manhattan today.
Chelsea.
Lower Manhattan. It's lower. It
is lower.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not lower.
It's not south of Houston. No. It's not Soho, but in any case, she had this training today. It's the weekend. So now if you know the New York City transit system, you know that weekends aren't very friendly.
Especially if you're in an outer borough.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, well, this is going to be, well, we got to shut this down. We got to shut that down. We're going to reroute this. It's only going in one direction for local. You got to take the express halfway out to come back in.
Right. You have to take the one side to go away from where you want to go to get the express to come back into the city.
Right. So last night I was like, all right, listen, how about I drop you to the train, the express stop, and that way you don't have to do it. And then we woke up and it was raining, and I was either way, I'm gonna hop in the car and drive right somewhere. So I was finally like, listen, you want me to drive you in? This is when we're in the car, and she's like, and I was like, now by the way, there is a congestion pricing, which for those that don't know, a toll.
Yes.
To go south of 60th Street. So, and it's $9.50 pretty much every waking hour that you'd ever want to be in the city, weekday or weekend. So I was like, it's going to be a $9.50, tap. I can take you in, but you're going to have to make your own way home. And it was raining. So yes, you do that because this is the person that you love or tolerate. I don't know what your relationship is. I happen to love my wife. So for me, it was an easy decision. But now tomorrow, Rach has to bring stuff back.
I have to bring stuff. I have to bring the pan back.
Right. So I am going to pick her up tomorrow. Yeah. She's going to have to make her own way in tomorrow. Yeah. That may still include me dropping her at a train. But I don't want to. Honestly, I love my wife, but I will be very annoyed if I got to pay $9.50 times 2.
No,
on a single day to be a good guy. Yeah. This city.
Yeah, suck. No, I'm happy to ride out to Forest Hills to come back in.
Yeah, the city can suck when it comes to certain things, and that's honestly one of them. But it's just something about supporting your better half, your other half, in what something that really interests them. This, just like her singing bowls, this is something that interests Rach a lot. Mm-hmm. Gaming is my wheelhouse, and Rach does participate in cons. But it's not like Rachel's like thinking gaming but you ask her about singing bowls and yoga and handpans,
Yeah.
you're going to find her wheelhouse. You need to, if you get
Support what the other loves.
right, that is probably the easiest route to
Yeah.
having a successful, healthy relationship is the support aspect. And honestly, we have notes for this whole thing. I don't know how much of the notes we're going to refer to
Right.
because a lot of this, I want to say is common sense, but I've worked with couples. Well, I spent 20 years in the NYPD,
Mhm.
and I saw successful relationships that were successful only because the husband and wife worked opposite tours, so they never were really home
Mhm.
together, had different days off, and initially it started because they had kids. But this stuff didn't change when the kids got older into their upper teens and moved out of the house.
Yeah.
They kept that schedule because that was successful for them. Less time spent together for them
Mm.
is probably what kept them from getting divorced. And
Well, it makes it difficult to really lend that support.
yeah, Mike, welcome by the way. So, for Rach and I, and now here's a scary concept, right?
Mm.
I retired 9 years ago, and then COVID hit, and I had my health issues. But Rach started working from home. So what did I start doing? I started well. First off, I had to get up because Rach was working from the bedroom, but but I was also making breakfast, making lunch,
Timing it between sessions,
timing it
online sessions. Yeah.
between sessions, and then when we started Rachel retired, now you're going to think, oh my God, how do you spend so much time together and not want to kill each other? Because you also respect space,
Yes.
even when, I mean, I listen, like when I'm doing videos, and my goal at one point was to try to get 4 videos knocked out at a night. That was great until I came out with my cold. But if I'm doing videos, sometimes Rach is in this room with me. I just ask her, hey, listen, just turn the volume off on your phone, and
Yeah.
hopefully the dog sleeps through the next 10 minutes
And
of
if the dog's not settled enough, we go in the bedroom.
right. Doc Flamingo, welcome. So you work around, and at the same time, Rach
Yeah.
is my partner, my best friend, my better half. And it's because in a lot of ways, Rach keeps me honest. Okay. You need someone who can call you on your shit without hounding you about your shit. There's a balance to that, right?
Right. Where there's times where it becomes ball busting
Right. You don't.
just for the sake of ball busting. But you want to avoid that.
Right.
Um in order to like be helpful because
Right.
that ball busting isn't really helpful
It it
at all.
it's satisfying to the person
It's
that's busting.
satisfying in the moment, but it doesn't stay.
Okay, so to put things in a little perspective,
Mhm.
this is a 2 family home. Rach and I are upstairs. My parents are downstairs, and there are times when we hear the ball busting. The ball busting in this household is usually my mother busting my father's balls. And I will not say he doesn't deserve it. I will not say that. But I will
Not 24/7
not
though.
24/7. There are times when you're like, oh, I feel the pain.
Yes.
Now,
No.
there are probably times I deserve getting my balls busted by Rach. She's usually pretty good at not busting my balls, but more of doing a redirection. It's a gentle nudge as opposed to
Right.
a sock in the nuts. Excuse my language, but you know, there's ways about it. But we've learned. We've been married for 14 years, and we've learned. I mean, in 14 years, we have maybe raised our voices at each other 4 times.
A handful, yeah.
You know, not I don't even think I could put my thumb into the
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Yeah.
and even then, it wasn't long, and it was not frustration at the other person. It was usually frustration at something else that was going on.
Yes.
And they happened to be in the way, or they were the ones that were, trying to calm you down.
Yeah.
You know, when I get really frustrated, I always threaten to throw shit out the window.
Yes.
I've never done it. I can imagine, I can picture it, but then I always picture what goes out the window going, crap, I'm going to have to pay for it. That
Yeah.
sucks. Hey, I'm going to catch up on some comments real quick. Shellback, we took the kids to the park yesterday and let them play for a few hours. Getting pizza from on base. Kids had loads of fun. And
Aw.
pizza is something that everybody loves. By the way,
Yes.
Death Angel, welcome. Don, simple. I love my wife and enjoy her company. However, we also do our own things.
Yes.
That's very important. Okay. And I love, if you're having guests, we look forward to doing these Saturday nights with you all because we do it together and we get to share but Rach doesn't do all my videos with me.
Mm-mm.
She doesn't do my other live streams with me, right? Because this is my hobby, my little corner of the universe.
Yeah, I got stuff to do, Matt.
Right. And Rach does her stuff. And even now here's an interesting thing. You see that TV set over Rachel's head behind her eye? All right, that's a big screen TV. We watch videos. And if Rach isn't interested in the video that I've got control of the remote. It's just how it happened.
Yeah, I don't even know how to use it.
Yeah, Rach just goes to her phone or goes to her iPad.
If it sucks, I'm just like.
I think that doesn't interest me. I'm gone. But we're still spending time in the same room because we enjoy each other's company. I'm gonna go back to some of these comments here. Hold on, I know so yeah, Don. Going back to Don. Tina says that I work on props. Sometimes we hang out with each other, watching and talking while the other hobbies. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, listen.
And we can talk about the hobby. Like,
yes.
I think I enjoy like the stories of the people that are involved, and who created what, and what does this person have going on in real life? What informs maybe what they're creating.
Yep.
Yeah.
Going back to the comments here. Shellback, my hobbies include cooking and gaming. My wife likes buying matching outfits for the 3 kids and family photos. Let's see. Mike, one of the biggest black pills for me was how many friendships and romantic relationships that broke apart during COVID. And I can see that. Because if you're not used to spending...
If you're not used to the person...
Or you spending time with them. Like I said, I worked with people who had successful marriages because they never saw their spouse.
Interesting.
Think about that. Think about how strange it is to say that they had a successful marriage because they never saw their spouse. And yet, Rach and I, we have a successful marriage because we're together. The longest we've been apart since 2016 was when I went to ShireCon.
Yeah.
And Ray stayed home with the puppy.
Yeah.
And in 2016, I got a last minute invite to GaryCon and got to share a room with Bad Mike and Zach. But I mean, we don't spend time apart. We like to spend our time together. And that's, to me, part of the success. Why you married? It's part of the success. Now, remember, we also got married older.
Yeah.
All right. We were older when we got married. We didn't have prior marriages behind us. But we knew what we were looking for, and it wasn't a spouse for the sake of having a spouse. We were looking for somebody we could spend our time with and not get sick of them.
Yeah.
So I think I've done pretty well, and I think
Me too.
Rachel's pretty tolerant. I'm just she, as we used to say on the job, she loves me for my GHI, which was
Oh,
our
shit.
health insurance. There if a cop ever dated a local, we always told him, dude, all she wants is your GHI, man. All she wants. No, it's not true. It usually was. I'm not. I'm just. It was good health insurance for the city. But yes. But going back to Mike, I think that period revealed a lot about people that we don't want to see.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's and that is in and of itself scary, because if you are marrying someone,
Yeah.
you're marrying someone with the intent to be with them 365 days a year, potentially 24 hours a day.
Mm.
You if I enjoyed my job, Rach enjoyed her jobs for the most part.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be like, I can't wait to go to work so I can get away from my spouse.
Yeah, no.
That's
You don't live a life like that.
no. Roger, welcome. I don't
Hello.
know. Death Angel, go see the game. Gators versus Vols. I don't even know. Is that a name, Vols? Is that short for something? I don't know these college sports guys. I'm sorry. But God bless Death Angel. Enjoy. Death Angel thought my hobby is gaming, computers, and ham radio.
Okay.
Volunteer with emergency management as the county area's assistant
Oh, wow.
emergency coordinator
That's really
and
cool.
National Weather Service Skywarn weather spotter.
Wow.
And you have to have hobbies that you take value out of.
What does that mean? A weather spotter? Is that like a tornado hunter, like that?
I don't know if
Like
it's a
that you
hunter, but maybe a
are
report. I don't think you
Getting
go.
footage of it?
I don't think. Are you driving at the tornadoes there? And we watch. We can get like my body cam, my body worn video of me getting caught in a tornado. Shellback got married November 26, 2019. December 1st, 2019. I left her in Japan to return to the Navy in Virginia and didn't get to be with her again until May 28th, 2021.
Wow.
Thanks, COVID. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thank God that I was retired, and
Yeah.
my 2020 I was still hospitalized 3 times and never had COVID. Ha ha. But no, he goes, you don't chase storms.
Okay.
All right, but
Checking it out.
Was interesting when we thought you did. But yeah, COVID made a lot of things real for people. Because and firstly, think about it. If you worked in emergency services, you had to go to work, and then you had to get exposed to this disease that we knew very little about, and then you brought it home to your family. I mean, I can relate, not because I worked during. I was already retired, but 9/11, my navy blue uniform looked like my recruit grays, because it was gray. I was covered in grit and soot from 9/11. The towers coming down. And I got home and I literally dressed down to my underwear on my front porch for all my neighbors to see. Because I didn't want to bring that into the house. And then my sister was visiting, and I said, I need a garbage bag. So I wanted to put my stuff right into a garbage bag so I could bring it downstairs and wash it twice, because it was going to have to get reworn anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is I can relate, because you don't want to bring it to the people that you love,
Of course.
and we didn't know. Don saying, oh, sorry, Tina. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you Don, Tina. Don and I always spend our time together too. We go out for drives, dinner, and shop together. A lot of time is spent together. Yes. Taco Loco, welcome. But that, to me, my time spent with Rach is awesome. It's why it's like, yeah, I'll drive you in. It's like, and then I got to, I mean, after I dropped Rach off, I'm like, oh, I can go uptown, or I can take the Williamsburg Bridge out. I went, oh, let me just relive my
your old commute.
my old commute. it wasn't worth living. Just gonna say.
Sorry.
So Death Angel goes, he's a Tennessee Volunteers and he doesn't chase storms. Too dangerous. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Uh, yeah, Fuga says COVID brought us even closer. Yes. I mean, honestly, I mean, and with COVID, I remember that December going out to my sister's on Long Island to
Mm.
exchange gifts because we had birthdays and Christmas. And the birthday exchange of gifts,
I don't think I was even there. I
I
think I
think you
might
were
have been
working,
working.
was chairs set up in my sister's front yard with my parents and my sister and my niece wearing masks, and of course me wearing a mask, and the gift exchange going on. It was a very, very
It was so weird.
weird time. And as much as I think it's very
Mm.
weird as someone in my 50s, I can only imagine what my niece was thinking when she
Yeah.
was like 8, 9, going through
Yeah,
this.
I think they thought their world was ending, you
You
know?
know, yeah. Shellback in Soviet Russia, storm chases you. Death Angel is also trained as a TEMA damage assessor
Mm.
for after those storms.
Oh.
Oh wow! All right, because my wife got her ham license 2 years ago.
Oh.
Once I stopped bugging her to do it.
Hmm.
You know, and that's listen. I am thrilled that Rach would go with me to conventions, and if I haven't told this story, I will tell it briefly now. North Texas, my first North Texas, 2014. My roomie, my date was supposed to be Joe the
Joe.
lawyer, but Joe had car problems. I think he had to get like a transmission fixed, so he couldn't afford to go on a trip. He had to bow out. So I'm like, crap. And Rachel's like, well, we never had a full honeymoon. This is cool. We'll go on our first real trip and fly somewhere.
You'll game and I'll, it's a world class city. They gotta have trains over there. I can
Yeah,
go into the city and shop and look around.
yeah. No,
No.
no, that wasn't happening. So
Texas doesn't roll like that.
So Rach had like one or two experiences with me, like running tunnel controls and stuff like that. But I had signed her up for games, an expectation that she'd play a game or two, and I signed her up with DMs that were running something obscure stuff like Time Master because I figured nobody would know the rules, so it'd be great,
Mhm.
or simple stuff like BX because it's BX, it's Swords and Wizardry, and Rach had a wonderful time.
Yeah, I did.
To the point where Bad Mike, who I didn't know at the time, was standing behind us as Rachel is going to me as we're walking from one place to the other. She goes, and this is like on this is like Friday afternoon. We're coming back next year. That's what you want from your spouse when even them just dipping their toes into what excites you, what drives you.
Yeah. You want to understand.
And you had
Well,
a
I
good
do.
time. And the thing about the OSR and about these conventions, it's about community.
Mhm.
It's
That's
about
it.
it's about the people, and I think that was something that we often forget. Um, I'm gonna catch up on some. Showback, thank you for your service, Eric. That was a tough season. My dad was a cop near Cleveland, Ohio, back then for
Mm.
28 years. God bless. I mean, on 9/11, that night, these two huge black SUVs pull up, and they come to my post, and they're like, "Hey, where do you want us?" I'm like, "Wow, who the hell are you?" It was Chicago's SWAT or emergency service team. The moment the towers got hit, they all got into their trucks and started driving, and they didn't get authorization until they were halfway through Pennsylvania. So
Too late to turn back.
too late to turn back. I can't hear you. It's a bad connection.
Yeah.
So yeah. Um, Omanel, oddly enough, I found people were less Lord of the Flies and more people were helpful during major disasters. It
Mm.
was the opportunists from outside who gave the people a bad name. On 9/11, during COVID, yes,
Yes.
the opportunists, the money,
Yes.
Okay. Um, and it's the average person that will step up.
Yeah.
Uh, Another 9/11 story, real quick. I was the one driving the van down with our 8 and 1. 8 and 1 is 8 cops, one sergeant. My sergeant sitting next to me, and I am literally coming from the Bronx where I'm driving over sidewalks in Midtown to get around traffic. Not driving crazy, driving at a safe speed, but I was taking sidewalks to get around traffic because that's what you did. And we got down to Houston on the west side. And as I got to the intersection, I noticed something that I thought I, it still sticks out in my head. I
What
see
a good girl.
two men directing traffic. One middle-aged white guy in a business suit. The second one, middle-aged homeless black guy with his shopping cart, which his shopping cart, by the way, had a briefcase in it, probably belonging to the guy in the business suit, and they were directing traffic to emergency services, cops, firemen, EMTs
Yeah,
could get
people
through.
did come together.
And people stepped up,
Yeah.
and at the same time, when we were down there, we had this one
Oh, the
the
reporters.
one reporter.
Mm.
See you next Tuesday. You can spell it out at home. Uh, Tried to sneak. I don't know why you would try to sneak past the same people 3 times,
Yeah.
but she tried to, and the third time,
Different disguises,
yeah.
right?
Well, the third time she found a stethoscope somewhere and she put it around her neck. And the one female officer I was working with, Randy, who was we were partnered up at that moment. She saw her. She yokes her by her neck, and she started giving her the Bronx speaking to, and you can imagine what that sounds like. And uh, and told her flat out, if I see you again, I am going to put you in cuffs, and you will sit with us until the end of our tour when I can finally process the arrest. This was like, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We didn't leave until 11:30, 12 o'clock. So that would leave been there for a long time being miserable. That's all I can say. So we didn't see her again after that. Death Angel, Jeanette, his wife, does game though, so that's cool. She's played
Mm.
a lot of games I've run. Shellback BX stands for beautiful, exceptional. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Uh, Omanal, ideally, you want to be people who support your passions and also expand your horizons at the same time. When Rach and I were dating, um, besides the fact that my father pulled me aside, and my father, a man of very few words, has told me flat out, "Don't fuck this up. Shoot a caper." Like, I was
Oh.
like, okay. And then my mother, her thing was, I really like Rachel. I'm like, well, I do too. She goes, no, I really like her, and I really like her for you because she makes you better. And that's something that's important too, right?
Yeah.
Is that the combination of the two should be more than the individual parts.
Yes.
And with Rachel and I, you certainly get that. And if you see this at conventions, listen, I have my haters. One of them who used to run Contessa made some comment about Rach at one of the
Oh,
early
that's so
cons.
old.
I know, but you think, oh, she's following him around like a puppy dog. It's like, well, you know what? You were trying to be so open and about empowering women. I realize that my wife is legally blind, and we joke about it that at cons I use echolocation so Rach can find me because I will whistle. It's like because holding my hand up doesn't always work, but I'll go.
But then other people whistle too.
Yeah, and then
So
it screws it all up. It's like,
yeah,
oh,
and then you're
wait,
kind
wait,
of
he's whistling my
like,
husband's song. That
yeah. I
doesn't
was like,
sound.
oh, we love that song, but that's not my husband.
Yeah, it's like, Chris, I didn't see you sneak in. Sorry about that. Um, oh, COVID killed your dad, man. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Um, how popular are TTRPGs with cops? All right, so here's the thing.
Hmm.
It's more popular than you would think, but It's not cool. So,
Oh, okay. So they want to do it on the DL.
right. So I was a rookie, and there was another cop, first name Eric, and we're on a foot post together. And I liked the guy. It was cool. He wasn't going to stay on the job. He only became a New York City cop so he could get the training, so he could transfer 6 months later to Department of State, where he'd
Oh.
already volunteered with. And he's like, we're talking, and I don't know what I brought up. He goes, you wouldn't happen to be, maybe I was talking like Lord of the Rings, and it's like, you wouldn't happen to be a D&D player, would you? I'm like, yeah. I was like, oh my God. And we could talk about it, but like, we couldn't tell anybody else because, you know. So I generally kept it secret. I didn't keep it secret from my staff. My staff would see me on my lunch period on my laptop posting
Oh, yeah. Your
posts
blog.
my blog. But before I retired, I was in the command center, and I was working with another sergeant, and we were talking about, and I guess I had my tablet out, and he's looking at my blog. He goes, "Is that a D&D site?" "Oh, what's my blog?" He goes, "Yeah, was that a D&D site?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, I haven't played since college."
Hmm.
I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." So then my lieutenant is listening to this. He goes, "Well, you didn't play since college?" He goes, "Eric, you still into this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm into this still." "You think you could run it in the office?" I go, "What are you talking about?" "Well," he goes, if we get like 3 or 4 detectives to take their meal at the same time, and then we stack their personals on it, we could get like an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes in. And if we do that a couple times a week, is that like as good as like a 4 hour session?" I go, "How do you know about 4 hour sessions, Lou?" I might have played back in high school.
Might
Might have. We got this whole thing planned. Matt Sanchez was going to send books. Lieutenant got transferred the following week.
have.
So that might have actually delayed my retirement by a couple of months if I'd actually had a gaming group at work, but it didn't happen. But it was cute though. It was fun. I know. Death Angels. I've been through enough hurricanes when I moved up here. Then we had Helene. I swear they're following me. Back to Chris. My wife is my best friend, and finding someone to share my Lutheran faith with and loves hobbies with me, such as tabletop RPGs and board games and miniature gaming, is wonderful. Yes. And that's it. I mean, and listen, we joke about it because I tried to get Rach to watch the Fellowship of the Ring twice, and I don't think she made it through the opening scenes in Hobbiton and the party.
I was working back then.
She was
and
tired.
drinking back then.
Working and drinking.
Yeah.
So she didn't. We could try you again, Rach.
We could try it again.
Yep.
And I have more concept of these fantasy things.
Yes, that's true. So we may be able to.
I might be able to tolerate.
We might be. Yeah. So we'll try it again.
But yeah, it's 3 times.
Yeah.
That's happened. Not two with you.
Oh, okay.
And 2 in another situation.
It's like it wasn't just me. But yes, finding somebody can share your hobby. They don't just share. You know what? They don't have to share every hobby that you have, but they have to empower your hobbies. They have to support.
Have respect for them too.
Yes, they have to support what you do. I mean, listen, my nose is running. This is allergies, thank God, not a cold. The cold was bad.
And like we support each other's hobbies, and we also support times when we all feel like we need to change, and we're open about talking about what things we need to change, like especially diet, exercise, things like that. And being able to support each other through those things is priceless.
Yeah.
It's amazing because not every couple can do that.
Right.
In our situation, we work hard to support each other's change. Like when he came out of the hospital, I was like frantic and, throwing out anything that I thought was not good for his heart.
Yeah. You and my sister.
It went.
Yep.
And then, I gave it all to Natalie.
Yeah.
And then and just also even more recently, like I've been wanting to make changes and he's been really supportive, and
Yeah.
like there's some nights where I'll be like, no, I don't want to have the crunchies for snack, or
Right.
I might ask, I might say, yeah, I think I want to have fruit or something, or nothing at
Right.
all.
Not prep it.
And he's doesn't put pressure.
No.
Oh, come on.
Come on. Just have one drink.
Or like, we have all this shit. We ordered it
No.
for you.
No, I understand. And actually, what's funny is, like, you have so many non-alcoholic options now.
Yeah, I'm drinking them
Yeah.
out too.
Yeah, no, that's my way of supporting.
Yes, that's another.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of changes, and they've been gradual changes. Not like a big massive overhaul, but just I'll choose once I master one and have that like kind of ingrained, then I choose another.
Right. Which is, by the way, how you should do it. Don't
Yeah.
don't run it everything at once. I'm gonna do all these changes. One change at a time.
Let it stick, let it marinate, let it, become habit.
Right, because the thing is too, if you're doing everything at once, you're more likely to fail at everything at once.
Yeah.
But you
Or
won't
you're just gonna
know.
let it all go.
You won't know, like, well, I did this and I saw this benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did X, Y, and Z. I don't know which one's giving me the best benefit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. Catching up here, Tammy, welcome.
Hey, Tammy.
Thank you so much for sharing what had to be a traumatic day on 9/11. It was. Mike, gamers and metalheads were everywhere. Yes. Omanal, you jinxed the lieutenant. D&D made Tenkar retire. Well, the lieutenant went to a unit where he actually got a take-home car, so I think he won in the end. But he had to get a haircut.
Oh,
my hair is short compared to what he had going.
Really?
Yeah. But his hair grew faster than mine. But
and they didn't give hell about it.
Only if he was going to be in uniform.
But
But once he was going to actually be like,
more authority. Or
yeah. They're like, yeah, you're not just sitting in this whack office. Yeah, So a health question. My doctor wants to try a diabetic arm monitor. I am used to poking with a meter on my thumb, but terrified of the random jab in the arm. All right, here.
Oh, good.
All right, so I've got mine. Okay,
it's under the black patch.
It's under the black patch
because he doesn't want to
knock it off or dislodge it. All right, so here, I hated finger pricks. My fingers never wanted to give it. There's no random jab. Okay, you're going to apply it once, pretty much like jabbing your finger, where you kind of go, but you don't feel it. I don't feel it in the arm because your arm isn't as sensitive as your finger.
You don't have as many nerve endings in your upper arm as you do in your fingers.
So because of this, let me get my phone. I have the Freestyle Libre 2, and it will give me a continuous, accurate reading of my blood sugar and where it's at now. And 152 after having a burrito with Spanish rice.
Good.
Actually, that's actually pretty good. I'm not complaining. I would never go back to finger sticks. Now, that being said, the finger sticks may be a little bit more accurate in the moment.
Well, because that's actual blood. This is the interstitial tissue.
Right. But here's the thing.
So
when your blood sugar goes low or high, you will know. It'll give you a warning if you're below 70 or above 240.
Yeah, I think they're really great, especially for at night, when you're not really finger sticking so much at night, and because during sleep your glucose level can go down a lot, and he's had periods where it does go down, and I have to get up and grab like a juice box.
But it's good that you know, as opposed to just going, what do I feel like? What do I feel like shit?
Yeah.
So now
it's a dangerous situation. It's a medical, crisis, life-threatening. So to be able to have that with you at night, to be, and at all times,
yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
So my insurance company does not pay for it. So I am paying for 6 of them, which is for about just about 3 months. I pay about $240. So I'm paying about $40 for every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I
Compared
think
to
you have
the,
to be on injectable
you
insulin
have to
if you
be on
have
a jet
Medicare.
or what? Yeah. So
Oh,
e-
or
e-
most insurance.
most insurance plans. So because they don't like to pay for that's a high end option.
Hmm.
Listen, it's an option that I would never relinquish. All right, I really gotta say,
It's so good he pays out of pocket. There you
yeah,
go. There's the
yeah.
bottom
I mean
line.
that's it. I mean, because here's the thing. Yes, like the finger sticks would be covered.
Mhm.
Okay, that's great. I then have to stick my finger what four times a day. This is
Mm.
giving accurate. I can see. Hey, I eat. What? How fast does that increase? What foods don't increase? What happens if I have my eggs with without toast, eggs and bacon without toast, with toast? You can see all that stuff without having to prick your fingers numerous times, and you can see again you can see the graph. You can see how it is. So now the new app for the Libra 2 is continuous reading. The old app, you had to like read it every, I don't know, 4 hours or so to get this one will read continuously. Again, I gotta say this is awesome. Really.
Yeah, you'll be more empowered with the information that you
Yes.
get.
Chris, Disney Health and Wellness pays for it for me if I do a check-in with the company nurse. So I'm lucky they pay for all my med needs
Oh,
for
great.
diabetes. That's awesome.
Awesome.
And again, I'm going to tell you, my experience, it's worth it. Now, when you get it, it's going to come with a scanner, and which is an extra piece of crap to hold. But if you have a smartphone, Android or an Apple, you have an app for it that works fine. Do that because you're already carrying a phone with you everywhere.
Mm.
So, and it's one prick every 2 weeks as opposed to 4 to 6 pricks a day.
I guess it saves you on supplies in the end.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
but it's
And a lot of like
uh,
uncomfortability.
yeah, a lot of raw fingertips.
Mm.
Although Fugley used to do his palm, I never knew he could do
Huh.
that. But yes, it'll chart the whole day for you, and it'll show you patterns, so you can see. Oh, I'm always spiking at 11 o'clock at night. Oh, it must be because that's when I have my dessert or whatever.
Hmm.
But you'll be able to see that pattern, and you'll have an estimate of what your blood sugar average is over a 7 day, 30 day, 90 day period. And that's great. So when you go to your endocrinologist, you're not shocked. What do you mean, my blood? You have an idea of
I
how
was
good
so careful.
you have a very, when you're
Yeah.
tracking it yourself, you're not graphing it out. You're just looking at, believe me, I did it, but this is just better. It doesn't hurt.
No.
Does not hurt. Uh, Chris, I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is how it works. Okay, you got 2 pieces that you gotta. The biggest part for me is I have a weak hand, so sometimes I need rates to open the thing up for
Hmm.
me. You shouldn't have a problem. And you literally take the applicator and shove it where the patch is going to be, and then you take that applicator and you push down, and at one point it's going to snap. I've never felt anything but the snap, the pressure. I've never felt
The plastic move against.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've never felt the prick, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, I spent years from my youth till I don't know until I was even I fainted in the hospital with a tetanus needle in front of my face.
Oh.
Okay, I was much older before I finally was able to get to the point where I could say, yeah, I don't like needles, but I can cope with them and deal with them. I hate needles.
Yeah, it took me a long time too.
It's not something.
Yeah, it
when
took me until my 20s because then it was like, well, you're on your own. You
Yeah.
know, you're not a baby.
Yeah. So I mean, here's the thing.
It's gonna look bad if you
I
cry.
blood draws. You know, I get them done all the time now. That's much more painful than this has ever
Oh,
been.
really? The blood draws? Our blood draws are more painful than.
Yes.
Oh.
So let me go back to catching up. Shellback, whenever I feel my blood sugar spiking too high, I drink a whiskey highball and I immediately feel better. Well, listen, it's the reason why I switched from. I love my beer. Don't get me wrong, but I switched from beer to red wine for a couple of reasons. One, the red wine at least has a health benefit in moderation for my heart. But on a second note, I can track, thanks to this app, that when I have red wine, it doesn't spike my blood sugar.
Well, no, because like no, you might a little bit, but like
Not like beer.
really. Yeah, but like you will have more lows.
I will have more lows. If I have 2
Yeah,
of
like
wine,
that's the thing. Like having the wine like at night, like before you go to sleep or whatever.
yeah,
Just you
we have it.
you might end up waking
Yeah.
up with a low blood sugar.
Yeah, Chris, I only poke my thumbs. I hate blood draws. I detest blood draws, and I haven't done most visits to my multiple doctors because my endocrinologist, my cardiologist, and my nephrologist all like to do blood draws.
Oh yeah.
So you know, it's um, you know,
Yeah, primary
fun.
care. What do you call it for the thyroid? Endocrine.
Mhm.
Only had one blood draw from the oncologist.
Really? Okay.
That was like early on to make sure that I was like postmenopausal.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
And then the other clinics.
you know, Chris, I'm going to tell you right now. Again, I'm going to repeat it. These glucose monitors are one of the best inventions, honestly. Um, you hate needles, but you're willing to do finger pricks. The finger pricks, I hated. I hated them so much. I didn't do as many as I should have because
Yeah.
I was not good at it at all. I hated it so much I wouldn't go deep enough, and if it went deep enough, it hurt like hell. This, I am so happy with. Rach, have I ever complained about having to apply one?
No.
And by the way, I had to do self injections with insulin for a while
Yeah.
with the full needles before I got the little pen needles.
Right. You were drawing up the
Yeah,
medicine
yes.
yourself out of the wire.
So I mean, I've done it. Again, the guy who hates needles,
Yeah.
I've been there.
Life will, what you need to do to survive.
Yeah.
You will do.
But
that makes life so much easier.
This is cake. Okay, don't let your fear keep you from something that's going to improve your life. All right.
Because like once it's in there for these weeks, you don't feel it again.
No. Now I will say, I find the black fabric patches. I get these on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
These are the best I've tried. They got
because like the other ones always would come off or like start to
the plastic
roll.
one. You don't want the ones that are like a Band-Aid type of plastic. This works very well, and it keeps it. When I first got these, they used to come with a little what do you call it? Little antiseptic pad that you could wipe your arm down with. Then they cut that out because they had to save like a half cent per.
Oh yeah.
Just order a pack of the antiseptic wipes on Amazon for like $5. You have them for like a couple of years. But you're doing that for two reasons. You're disinfecting, but you're trying to remove the sweat and grease because you want to make sure it makes a good glue connection because that's what's going to hold it in place. Mm-hmm. But these patches are awesome. How do I sleep with this and not wake up? I don't feel it at night. Now,
you're a side sleeper, maybe this way.
Yeah, I usually sleep
or on your back.
I usually sleep on my left side, so I would say
And
Whatever.
the left side is probably the best side to sleep on anyway.
Yeah, but if you're gonna sleep on your side, I would put it on the other arm that you're not gonna sleep on if you're a
Mm.
side sleeper. But it is. You don't feel it at night. I've actually today when I took my nap with the dog when Rachel was at her
Mhm.
class, I slept for a bit on my right side and that was fine too. But I would suggest that you put it on the side that you're not going to sleep on. Death Angel, the doctor's office has to pull blood from the top of my hand using the butterfly needles. I've had that from the back of the hand. Yep.
Yeah, I've had that
They
too.
can never find the veins in my arm.
Oh.
There are times when I have very unfriendly veins. So yes, I understand that completely. You sleep on your stomach, then it should not be a problem. It's going to be, up on top, or you're going to be like this, and you're not going to be putting weight on it.
Yeah.
So that should be fine. Um, Again, it's something that it's you don't realize the benefit until you go through that first day and you go, I didn't have to stick my fingers. Holy crap! And then your fingers start appreciating the
Healing.
fact that you're not sticking the fingers.
They don't hurt when you touch stuff.
Yeah, no. So, but yeah, we actually had a whole thing of bullet points ready for this, and we never got to it, and we didn't get to it for a
I
good reason.
tried in the end, but
Oh
we,
yeah,
we
Death
went
Angel.
somewhere else.
Death Angel, you could not do IV drugs with me, man. No, never. But yeah, we had bullet points, but we didn't need them because your conversation, your questions, your comments
Yeah.
were awesome and kept us on and off track, but they were really what we needed, and I really appreciate it. And again, I look forward to this
Yeah.
every week because, and again, I do live streams Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, some Sundays. Occasionally, I throw in a weekday with Glenn. Chris, usually your doctor will be or a nurse will be the first one to install it. Like I had a nurse show me what to do, and she literally told me you have to make sure you clean the area properly.
Yeah, they do good patient education with these things.
Right, because I mean, the doc or the nurse, whoever's gonna show it, and you're gonna be surprised because you're gonna. I know I was like, oh god, oh god, oh god. And here you hear it go click. I'm like, all right, it's gonna happen. She's like, yeah, no, we're done. I mean, what do you mean we're done? Oh, it's there, and she has like white disc in your arm. I go,
Yeah.
what do I do now? Well, you just take your reader or scanner, or I would suggest your phone, have the app ready to go, and 60 minutes later, it's reading. Yeah, Roger, I hate needles. Yes, Death Angel, they are easy to apply, but you again have your first my first one was given to me by the doctor. All right, so my starter kit was handed to me by the doctor's office for free. Now, why is that? Well, it's because that Freestyle Libre wants to get your money in the end, and they're happy to give away that first hit. And I'm going to tell you,
the first one's always free, man.
I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Yeah, Death Angel. I'm horrible about testing myself. I'll take the financial hit because, and if they were free, I'd never step away. Roger, I'm supposed to have blood work done quarterly, but I always skip out and go like once a year.
No, I won't do it. Like I always deal. I'm like, you have to deal with the pain because you don't want to be sitting in that office one day and they're telling you some bad news.
Yeah,
and you're going, I should have gone.
Get your blood work done.
Yeah.
Death Angel, yeah, it's a short, thin, flat needle, and I don't feel it at all. The butterfly needle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I feel it because they're going into the back of your hand. They're going for these, and you know what? Believe it or not, the back of your hand very sensitive.
Well, that and like often like for mine, like they do it in the fist. Like I have a vein that's going right here between these knuckles, so they go in right there at those knuckles, and they're like, "I'm so sorry, but we have to." You know, if it doesn't work out up here, because I have pretty deep veins, but they're deceiving because I have transparent skin, so the text like they can always see
I can see it, but I
but
can't get to it. What the hell?
but no, they're always really good. Like they always try to make sure they feel
Yep.
instead of just look for it.
Yep. So, Chris, because I forget the name of the meter, they told me over the phone today. The most popular ones I know of are what the Dexus and the Libra.
Dexcon
Dexcon,
and
the
Libra.
Libra, and they're pretty much the same. Okay. Yeah, they have issues getting IVs in me. That's the reason why
Yeah,
when
been
I was
there.
when I was having chemo, that's why I had a port put in.
Ah.
Because my veins were just not handling it well.
One of my more recent procedures, they had to like dig for it in the operating room because the nurse couldn't get it started. And yes, that was kind of nasty looking, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. We've gone. You guys have been so active. We've actually gone beyond our usual. It is 9:17,
Mm-hmm.
and we've got 16 people online right now.
Nice.
So again,
Thank you, folks.
a few reminders. Just looking in the future. New Year's Eve, which is a Wednesday, we're gonna have a special Gamers Health. We're gonna come on around 11:30 Eastern time, and stay on to probably like 1:15 Eastern, so 12:15 Central. We're gonna get in at least 2 of the New Year's for people. Earlier in the night, I'm gonna still have my regular Talking Crit live stream. That one's gonna be insane because we're gonna invite everybody.
Are you sure it's gonna be over, right?
It'll have to be over because I'm gonna probably need to take an hour nap between the 2 live streams. But Chris's question. So a gaming question, if allowed. Eric, why is the OSR so popular in the Midwest and East Coast? But the West Coast is a desert. We have like one store in SoCal that supports the OSR. Honestly, I mean, there aren't a lot of stores that are going to support the OSR. And the reason is because a lot of this stuff is print on demand. All right. So they aren't.
Oh, so you're saying it's not really popular here and in the Midwest in stores?
In stores. You're not going to find. I go down to Complete Strat. We're probably going next weekend. I got to get all those plans together.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'll find Troll Lord Games because they print their own, and Goodman Games because Goodman does print runs. But you're not going to find Swords and Wizardry. You're not going to find Labyrinth Lord. You may find OSC, but you're not going to find stuff that is print on demand because the margins aren't usually there as opposed to doing a large print run. So, it's a little bit of I think that the OSR really thrives in conventions and such and an online presence. You got to remember too that honestly, a lot of people, the game stores are suffering, and I wish they weren't, but the game stores are suffering because people buy on Amazon, they buy on drive-through,
they buy from the source itself.
If you're buying like Shadow Dark or OSE, you're probably going to the publishers themselves. So you're not finding you're finding stuff like Pathfinder and 5e, and you're finding, I guess, Warhammer, a lot of Palladium at the Complete because Palladium doesn't stop printing for anything. But so that's but so and now I don't also know the West Coast. I've never been farther than Vegas. I wasn't actively gaming at that point. I wasn't looking for a gaming store. But I know that we get a number of people from the West Coast going out to North Texas. But that's also another thing, too,
The
right?
Pacific Northwest is a lot more common there.
Yeah, Pacific Northwest and even Alaska. I don't know about California.
Yeah, I don't hear too many Arizona.
Yeah. Scuffle and Cut carries a lot like CNC. Again, like I said, CNC though is printed in numbers that they can sell at a wholesale price to a retailer. When somebody is selling stuff like I'll give an example. Somebody like Greg Gillespie, he can't price his stuff at wholesale because it's print on demand. So you're not going to see his stuff in many stores because they're not going to be making the monies on it. Mothership, Swords and Wizardry, zines, but everything else, no. But I'm surprised you're getting zines. Mothership is huge right now. And I know with the new Swords and Wizardry, Matt is trying to get away from print on demand. He's trying to do print runs. Again, it's all about the print runs. I'm surprised you're not finding OSC down there.
Mothership is the little one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
put those away.
Chris, love to sign you into the original Disneyland, Eric, if you ever come. Well, we shall see. I've been trying. Usually our schedule, and we were tired, so
Mhm.
but we've already got like 5 cons a year in that are currently scheduled, and that also requires pet watching.
Yeah.
Thank God we don't have kids that would really screw things up. But I would love to get out to California.
Yeah, we'd love to see the other coast.
Yeah, you know, we got friends out in the
Yeah,
West
we've
Coast.
both never seen the Pacific.
Yeah, never seen the Pacific. I've
No.
seen the Atlantic. I've seen the Gulf.
Yeah,
I've
the Atlantic,
gone.
the Gulf, the
Yeah.
Caribbean Sea.
I've gone as far north and east as Newfoundland, Canada.
Mm.
I've gone as far south as Puerto Rico and the Bahamas. But going to the west, I've got Vegas is as far as I've gone.
Yeah, I've only gotten to Arizona.
Yeah. The deluxe edition of Mothership is great. I want to run it sometime. I got to figure out where and when. We'll get there. All right, folks. I'm going to pull the plug on this, not because you folks aren't great, but we got to, I got to make my crunchies. And I'm surprised the dog has been so good.
She is just lounging right here behind you.
Tells me
in the chair.
that
She's
tells
so
me
happy.
don't roll your chair.
Mm-mm.
Again, next I was thinking about doing a live stream tomorrow as an AMA, but I don't think so. I know the next 2 Sundays. Oh, the last Sunday of the month is going to be Inappropriate Characters Rerolled. Apparently, it's coming back. So that'll be the last Sunday, and then the first Sunday of the month will be Sunday Night Special. So it's gonna be a lot. We got a lot of stuff going on. But again, thank you all.
Thanks, guys.
You guys and